Hi there, it's Lexi, the hiker with the broken ankle. I am just cluing you in on what's been going on since that video. I just want to thank everybody for the comments and the words of support and all of that because it made a world of difference. It made this whole process a lot easier. Many of you have asked about an update, and so here it is. Number one, I did not get eaten by a bear. Turns out that I really should have been worried about mountain lions, but I'm glad I learned that after the fact. Two, I was saved. Eric came back soon after I made that video and told me that search and rescue would be there in about an hour or so. So it took about like 2.5 hours after the video was made, and then they splinted my leg in the position it was in, which was like that, something gruesome and gross that I didn't really look at. And then they put me in this basket and rappelled me down the mountain, which took about 5 hours. And for those of you who think I'm immune to pain, I am not. I think I was in shock. That's what people are saying. And so what really happened is an hour after the accident, so soon after I made that video is when the pain started setting in, and it was really painful. It was excruciating pain. It was like knives were stabbing into my ankle and fire was burning every inch of my skin. Yeah, sorry about that, it's kind of graphic, but that's how it felt. So 5 hours to get down the mountain, and then I met up with an ambulance at the bottom. The ambulance took me to a helicopter. The helicopter took me to the Medical Center for the Rockies in Loveland, and then they put me into surgery. They put my foot back into place, and then they put these nice rods in my foot. So I'm just going to show you that. Yeah, so that's what happened. I've got 2 pins in my tibia, 1 in my first metatarsal, and then I have this nice rod going all the way through my heel. So for all of you who think it's fake, it's not. And it is painful and uncomfortable, and nobody likes to look at it, and everybody wants to know what happened. And telling the story gets really old. I just say I was hiking and I fell in the trench. And then if they want more details, I'll give them more, but really it's a lot to tell, and it's kind of an experience that's hard to relive. But I want to thank everybody for the kind words and the support that you've given me throughout this whole process. It is so appreciated, and I love the funny comments. And yes, I did know my foot was on wrong, and I apologize for the graphic nature of the video because I really didn't intend for that, but I wanted to prove to everyone that it was real. But I guess that still didn't roll with some people. But yeah, so now I am actually getting my pins out tomorrow, which is really exciting. I will go into surgery at like 6 a.m. And they'll take out the pins, and I'll be done by 9 after all is said and done. And then I will be in a walking boot with some crutches for a couple weeks, and then who knows what my future has in the way of my foot. But it's doing well. I didn't actually break any bones big enough to fix. That can't be fixed on their own. It was just very small hairline fractures. So mostly what I did was I tore ligaments and tendons and muscle. And so they kind of left it to my foot to repair itself, and it has. And so I'm finally ready to get this beautiful piece of metal work out of my leg, which will be so exciting. And also, I was not trying to actually jump the trench. What happened was I was getting close to the edge to attempt to, but in the process I actually slipped in and fell, and then there were rocks at the bottom, so I fell on a rock and then fell to the side, and then that's when my ankle just went, yeah. So for all of you that were like, oh wow, she's so unathletic and she can't do it, I could have. But I didn't get the chance to because I'm a klutz. So that's what's going on. I'm not studying abroad. Hopefully I can do it in the future. That's the plan. I should be graduating in May, and then I'm off to do real world things. Who knows what that is? But I just wanted to give everyone that update before I got this thing off my leg, and then I'll give another follow-up video, and hopefully you guys stay tuned. My life is going well, so you don't have to worry anymore, for those of you who were worrying. And if I annoy you, then just don't watch the video. That's that. So thanks everyone, and you'll hear from me soon.